Maureen O'Hara was never meant to be decorative. From the moment she appeared on screen, she radiated intelligence, defiance, and moral authority. In an industry that often rewarded submission, O'Hara stood apart as a woman unwilling to barter her dignity for success. Long before Hollywood was forced to reckon with its abusive past, she spoke openly about the predatory culture that thrived behind studio gates. Her revelations were not sensational confessions, but firm declarations, rooted in self-respect and principle. This is the story of Maureen O'Hara, not only as a legendary actress, but as one of the earliest stars to challenge Hollywood's darkest undercurrents and survive them with her integrity intact. Irish roots and a fierce sense of self. Maureen O'Hara was born Maureen Fitzsimons on August 17, 1920, in Ranelagh, a suburb of Dublin, Ireland. Raised in a close-knit family that encouraged creativity and discipline, she developed confidence early. She trained at the Abbey Theatre, Ireland's national theatre, where she studied drama, voice, and elocution. This classical foundation instilled in her a deep respect for craft and personal dignity. Her fiery red, porcelain complexion and expressive green eyes would later define her screen image, but long before Technicolor, O'Hara possessed something rarer: self-assurance. Irish Catholic values shaped her worldview, particularly the belief that personal honor outweighed professional gain. This internal compass would guide her through Hollywood and place her in direct conflict with its most entrenched power structures. Discovery and a meteoric rise. O'Hara's ascent began in the late 1930s when she was discovered by actor Charles Laughton, who immediately recognized her extraordinary presence. He cast her in Jamaica in 1939, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, and soon after in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1939, where she played Esmeralda opposite Laughton's Quasimodo. Her transition to Hollywood was seamless. Audiences were captivated not only by her beauty, but by her intelligence and emotional depth. Unlike many actresses of the era, O'Hara was never passive on screen. She played women who challenged men, spoke their minds, and demanded respect. Her performances signaled a shift, subtle but profound, in how female strength could be portrayed in classical cinema. A leading lady of substance. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, O'Hara cemented her reputation as one of Hollywood's most formidable leading ladies. Films like How Green Was My Valley, 1941, The Black Swan, 1942, and Sinbad the Sailor, 1947, showcased her range and authority. She was neither ornamental nor submissive. Instead, she embodied resilience, pride, and moral clarity. At a time when many actresses were pigeonholed into decorative roles, O'Hara insisted on characters with agency. This insistence extended beyond the screen. She refused to conform to studio expectations regarding appearance, behavior, or obedience. "I never changed my accent," she famously said, "and I never changed myself." That refusal would come at a cost, but it also defined her legacy. John Ford, John Wayne, and a complicated brotherhood, O'Hara's most enduring collaborations were with director John Ford and actor John Wayne. Together, they created some of cinema's most beloved works, including Rio Grande, 1950, The Quiet Man, 1952, and McClintock, 1963. The Quiet Man remains a high point, with O'Hara's Mary-Kate Danaher celebrated as one of film's most passionate and complex heroines. Her chemistry with Wayne was electric and rooted in mutual respect. Ford, however, was a far more complicated presence. While he admired O'Hara's talent, their relationship was fraught with tension. O'Hara later described Ford as brilliant but emotionally volatile, a man capable of both artistic greatness and personal cruelty. Hollywood's casting couch and the price of refusal. In later interviews and her autobiography, 'Tis herself. O'Hara spoke candidly about the exploitative culture of classic Hollywood. She revealed that she was propositioned, harassed, and threatened by powerful men who believed success entitled them to women's bodies. Her refusal to comply, she said, cost her roles and stalled her career at various points. I was insulted, humiliated, and blacklisted because I did not let studio heads and producers fondle me, she stated bluntly. At the time, such honesty was nearly unheard of. Actresses who spoke out were dismissed as difficult or unstable. O'Hara understood the risk and accepted it. She chose dignity over advancement, even when the consequences were severe. John Ford. Genius and tyrant O'Hara was especially frank about John Ford, a director she credited artistically but condemned personally. She described him as emotionally abusive, controlling, and volatile on set. According to her accounts, Ford publicly berated her, manipulated her emotions, and once slapped her during a shoot under the guise of direction. O'Hara believed Ford harbored unspoken, conflicted feelings toward her, which manifested as hostility when she refused to be intimidated. Importantly, she never denied his brilliance. Instead, she offered a nuanced portrait of a man torn between creative genius and personal demons. Her willingness to speak honestly about Ford challenged Hollywood's habit of excusing abuse in the name of artistry. Personal life, love, loss, and resilience. O'Hara's personal life reflected both passion and hardship. Her early marriages were marked by instability, including a relationship affected by alcoholism. She became a devoted mother and fiercely protected her daughter's well-being. Later, she found lasting love with aviator Charles F. Blair Jr., whom she married in 1968. Their marriage offered companionship and peace, and O'Hara stepped away from Hollywood to support Blair's aviation ventures. Tragedy struck in 1978 when Blair died in a plane crash. That same year, O'Hara was diagnosed with uterine cancer. She survived, displaying the same resilience that defined her entire life. Loss did not break her, it deepened her resolve. A voice, ahead of its time. Decades before the #MeToo movement, Maureen O'Hara had already named the problem. She did not seek revenge, nor did she attempt to destroy reputations. She told the truth as she lived it. Her accounts were grounded in personal experience, moral conviction, and a refusal to accept exploitation as normal. While many dismissed her at the time, history would later validate the broader reality she described. Today, she's recognized not only as a cinematic icon, but as a woman who quietly laid the groundwork for accountability in an industry that long resisted it. Final years, an enduring legacy. Maureen O'Hara passed away peacefully on October 24, 2015, at her home in Boise, Idaho, at the age of 95. She was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery beside Charles Blair, honoring both love and service. Her legacy endures through her films, her fearlessness, and her unwavering integrity. She proved that strength need not be loud, that courage can be graceful, and that dignity is the most enduring form of power. In a town built on illusion, Maureen O'Hara chose truth and left Hollywood better for it.